The desire to stay young might not be innocence, but avoidance. We've dressed Peter Pan in the soft edges of a fairy tale, yet beneath the surface, it asks something far more complicated. What do we lose when we refuse to grow up? Beyond the tale of a boy who can fly, this story holds a mirror to the part of ourselves that resists change. Barrie's Peter Pan is a study in the grotesque. It strips away the golden light of childhood to reveal something raw and unvarnished. A world where play possesses a chilling, wild edge. In Barrie's world, children are not pure. They are impulsive, self-centered, and emotionally inconsistent. Peter represents that idea fully. He is freedom without responsibility, joy without memory, life without depth, and that's why he is both enchanting and deeply disturbing. Because without memory, there is no identity, and without emotional depth, there is no lasting connection. And here's where the story becomes unsettling. What looks like freedom may actually be emptiness. The story begins in London, in the cozy, structured world of the Darling household. Wendy, John, and Michael live ordinary lives until Peter Pan bursts through their window. He doesn't just offer an adventure. He offers an escape from the inevitable. They fly to Neverland, a place where time is not a line, but a closed circle. At first, it feels like paradise. No bedtime, no lessons, no consequences. It is life turned into a game without an ending. But gradually, the cost of this paradise reveals itself. Wendy notices that the Lost Boys are beginning to forget their real families. Even Peter forgets the enemies he fought just yesterday. In Neverland, joy is only possible through amnesia. The conflict peaks when Wendy takes on the role of a mother. She doesn't just mend clothes. She introduces memory and continuity into the chaos. She tells stories of home, reminding the boys of who they actually are. And suddenly, the contrast is clear. Peter wants endless experience. Wendy wants meaning. In the end, Wendy and her brothers return home. They choose aging, wrinkles, and eventually, death, because it's the only way to become real. Peter stays behind, unchanged, and that's the moment everything shifts. The dream doesn't end. It reveals its cost. For Peter, the price of eternal youth is a life built on air. He can fly, but he cannot hold on to anything or anyone. Through this prism, Barrie highlights three fundamental aspects of the human experience: motherhood and the need for care. Freedom alone is a hollow victory. Human beings crave the very thing Peter rejects: connection and structure. While Peter represents the narcissism of eternal play, Wendy's choice to grow up is an act of profound courage. She chooses the burden of caring for others over the sparkling vacuum of Neverland. Time and the fear of growing up. If Peter escapes time, Captain Hook is the one hunted by it. He is our shadow, the adult who hears the ticking crocodile in every heartbeat. The clock is a constant reminder that time moves only in one direction. Peter refuses time, Hook fears it, but we are forced to find a way to live within it. Memory and identity. Without memory, we are merely a sequence of disconnected moments. Because Peter lives in a perpetual now, he is incapable of growth. He survives forever, but he never crystallizes into a person. For Barrie, to stay a child is to remain an outline, a beautiful shimmering shape that never gains the weight of a soul. This grim understanding of childhood wasn't just a literary choice, it was rooted in Barrie's own broken reality. When he was 6, his older brother David died in a skating accident. In his mother's grieving mind, David never aged. He remained forever 13. James spent his life in the shadow of this perfect boy, trying to bridge the gap between the brother who died and the man who had to survive him. In his eyes, to stay a child is to be trapped in time, like a photograph that can never change. So here's the question the author leaves with you. Is it better to remain forever unchanged? Or to grow, even if it means losing something along the way.